Hello everyone. I am doing this to talk about lists that you may have memorized. Maybe I don't think this is something that is unique per se to you know to autism or Asperger's syndrome, um, but it's something I used to do a lot more of, maybe more so than others. I think there's songs for lots of lists too that you can do. Like for the periodic table, there is the Major General song, but that is actually out of sequence. There's probably a better song for getting the elements actually in the correct order. Anyway, what are some of the lists I've done in the past? The couple of ones to music are the 50 states, and I can usually filter out the music just to rattle off the list to people. So, for example, I go Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. I also did books of the Bible that way, so could rattle off Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Samuel, Kings, Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Songs, Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Dan, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1st, 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Colossians, Philippians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, Timothy. Sometimes I come across one that'll mess me up like that, but let's see, Timothy, Titus, John, Jude, Revelation, Peter, John 1, 2, and 3, Jude, and Revelation. Let's see, I also used to do the presidents. I don't really remember that very much anymore. I get stuck on the 8th one, Martin Van Buren. So, for example, George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams. Let's see, George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren. I used to have that whole list memorized all the way up to, I think, Ronald Reagan it was at the time. Similar oxygen, fluorine, neon, and then I kind of get stuck here, but I think it goes. Let's see. I think. Yeah, I forget if it's sodium, magnesium. No, let's see. I think it is sodium, magnesium, phosphorus, nitrogen. No, let's see. Yeah, phosphorus, silicon. No, let's see what's before that. Anyway, yeah. I've used to get a lot further along in the periodic table. I used to at least get to I think Lawrencium 103, and now they call it uni something or other. But anyway, those are some examples of lists that that and doing like pi to certain numbers. I used to go off to about 20 places for pi, but that was about it. Nothing too spectacular. Although, if I wanted to, I could use a memory technique that I use sometimes, and maybe get it. Maybe if I focus well on it, I can do it. Or if I start allowing myself to visualize more, I could probably do it. So, anyway, just wondering, of all you out there, what kind of lists have you memorized, if any? And it doesn't matter if you are autistic or not. I'm just curious if you've memorized any lists. And but I do expect that quite a few of the autistic people I know will probably have something. From my experience, at least, I've met a few others who do this kind of thing too. Or they have certain kinds of numbers. They can rattle off a sequence of some kind, like squares or cubes or something, up to a high number. Okay, well, please reply with your video or comment, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.